Alright folks, time to get after these final drives, these gear boxes here, or travel gear cases, or whatever you want to call them. And it doesn't look like it's going to be too big a deal. And the other thing we're going to do in this video, hopefully, Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, we're going to check our track tension. So what size do we have in there, folks? With 4mm, I think, isn't it? Well, we got 5mm. Prior to draining it, we're gonna make darn tootin' that we can get the level plug out here. We're gonna fill it up till it achieves level. Looks like this has probably not been done in some time. And then we're gonna make sure that we can get the fill hole open, which that's not as big of a deal because you can use the drain hole as the fill hole, I imagine. So we have that. Has a little O-ring around it. There's what that fella looks like. And it appears to be the 8mm variety. So get your drain ready. We're using your classic Forma funnel. You can use a piece of cardboard or whatever you have there to direct your oil down. Oh, she stank. Stanky, stanky. They don't hold very much oil. I don't remember what mileage you're supposed to change them at, what hours, but I mean, it just takes gear oil. It's a pretty inexpensive deal to do. So I'm gonna go get the other side drained and same process over there. Both sides are pretty well drained out. I cleaned off our drain plugs. They do have a rubber O-ring on them. You can place it if you like. I'm gonna put this one back in. Stuff stinks, boy. Whew. We'll get that a light snug. We're not gonna worry about cleaning it off just yet. We got some of the JD GL5 80 dub 90. I'll peel the little thing off the top there. Now, free tip Friday for you. If you do, we're gonna squirt this in here. It's likely gonna squirt out this hole. Just get in there and rotate your track a little bit, offset that, because this hole's always gonna stay in the middle. Or I suppose you could just fill it up through the middle hole. Either way, however you choose. We'll try this. See how it works out for us. So far, so good. I think they hold just under a quart, like 0.7, something like that, I think it was. We have to be getting close because we still have some left. And you can see it just starting to drizzle out now. So we'll get our check plug here. We'll spin that little guy back in. Fella. Snug that up. Now go do the same thing on the other side. So to adjust the sag and track, because this has rubber tracks, read the directions. The only thing I can't figure out here, it says rotate track, so track joint is positioned at the upper center of the track. Now I understand what that means, but I simply can't find the track joint on that. And I rolled that thing over, wiped stuff off, I see molding marks, but I don't know where the center is. Or not the center, I know where the middle is, but I don't know where the joint is. Okay, so good luck figuring that out. But anyhow, we have a distance here of 10 to 15 millimeters and is measured from the bottom of the center roller to the inner ridge of the rubber track. So it gives us a cutaway view here. So there's our center roller. And there's the top edge of our track. So it appears to be quite a ways off at this point. So let's grab a grease gun and I'll show you what we're going to do. And that same information is spouted out here on the side of the machine. You know, it gives you this other dimension, dimension A, which it shows 4.7 to 5.5 inches. However, that is for a steel track. We got rubber track. We're working this 10 to 15 mils. Bottom of that roller, or this inside edge of this roller rather. Let's see here, I'll show you. So right here on the roller, this portion of the roller, not the inner part that goes in track, but right here where it contacts the metal cleat, it wants 10 to 13 millimeters distance here. Grab yourself an 8 millimeter bolt, takes a 13 millimeter wrench, and that's going to be about, you know, halfway to Happy Land. So we're halfway between 10 and 13, but not really, or 10 to 15, but we're going to pump a little grease in there and get her close. At least that's my understanding. So the adjuster, what's in here, we're going to give you a little locking lube. And we're going to give her some pumps. Oh, she goes up quick. We don't want to get too tight because we don't want to take grease out. Now I was concerned about not being able to find the center joint of this track. Like I say, it has a ton of these, you know, flashings on here of rubber where it's molded together, but they're all over the place. So I don't really know. Maybe somebody can enlighten me on that. We're just about 13 mil now. Only have to give it just a few squeezes. And right now, we're almost there. I don't want to go too far. There we go. I think that's going to be good. We'll pop that back off. We'll check it. And we are 13 mil right on the nose. I know you guys have trust issues with me, so we'll take a look. See? We're 13 mil right to there. And then you can throw this in your little on-the-road toolkit. So if you need to get out and check it, because it's supposed to be a daily check, I guess, you can just grab your bolt instead of a tape measure, and now you're between 10 and 15. All right? You're welcome. So that's going to do it for this video, folks. That shows you how to change your gear case oil there, and also how to adjust your tracks to the best of my knowledge for the rubber track. If you have steel tracks on your 35, it also has the spec there for that, which you measure from the bottom here down the edge of the track, and they have a lot more sag in them apparently. But you would adjust it the same way there with your grease gun. And if your tracks are too tight, there is a procedure in service data where you loosen that up and all the grease comes squirting out, and then you know, kind of start back over. But if you guys know how to find the center joint of this track, let me know. I looked it over quite carefully on the outside edge, on the inside, and seen nothing that that said, hey, here's where it's molded together. I don't know, and I also rolled it over multiple times, taking my initial measurement, and I never really seen it change. So I don't know if it's that critical or not. It may be, but again, I'm not a professional. So anyhow, we'll see you guys on the next one.